megastar Angel Blue, and you're watching the Countdown City WrestleCast.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me this week is Tommy. And we got Mike.
What's up, guys? Big Mike, 2023 train tracks. It's almost at an end. You know what to do.
Yeah. Tommy, I don't know why you're sad because we do have a very special guest on the show today.
And look at the chat, Tommy. Look who all's here already.
Yeah, everyone's
Ryan,
excited.
Bernsey, Black Rose is with us.
I mean,
Well-
that makes it slightly better.
but
Well,
not as much as your best friend.
Making her return 3 years after she first appeared on the show with an interview, and back in the ring, we have the megastar Angel Blue, all the way from Fairbanks, Alaska. What is up?
Yay.
It's good to see you. Yes.
It's like you've been waiting, Tommy.
Yeah.
Your best friend. I would scream at you, but I don't want to make everybody go deaf. Or maybe
Thank you for that.
Good. You're good.
Oh, you jackass!
I didn't say I want to make
First of all, it's been, like I said, 3 years. Actually, October 13th was 3 years since we had done our interview on the show, and here we are, 151 episodes later. But who's counting? One thing worth counting is for you, Angel Blue, is your sobriety. How many days sober is it for you?
514.
Congratulations!
I can absolutely clap for that. Congratulations!
I'm so
on
proud of
that.
you.
That's
So-
great.
Yeah, so when we last spoke, you had been a year since your neck surgery, still recovering. I think you had just kind of started getting back into the ring, doing some training. And this was, of course, in the middle of the pandemic in 2020 as things were still shut down. Obviously, at the time, you were shooting for a 2021 return, but that didn't always happen the way it planned. So, first of all, how does it feel to be back wrestling again? Because it's been less than a year. When did you finally get back into the ring?
I came back March 3rd of this year, so however many months that is. 7? Yeah. 7.5.
Yeah, more or less.
Something like that. It's been good. It's hard getting back because it's like you're starting all over again, and there's 100 different faces that I didn't know so many people in the locker rooms when I started going in. I'm like, I have no idea who these people are, where they come from, because when I was gone, I tried to avoid wrestling at all costs because it was too sad. But when I made my return match and I knew I could do it again, I was like, yep, good luck getting rid of me now. Break my neck, I'm still wrestle.
So
go in there like,
how was the return like? Do you feel like you had to kind of relearn everything, or was it just kind of like riding a bike for you? Just pick up.
it was
where you
like
left
riding a bike for me. I mean, I did train a bit, especially the week before the match, because my comeback match wasn't exactly planned. And so I was in the ring every day for hours when I found out that I was doing a match. And then I got in there and everybody was like, you look so much better than you did. You didn't miss a beat. You were, all that fun stuff. And so I guess it's been good. I feel like I look better and lighter on my feet.
Just from what we
I've
saw
been
this past
waiting
weekend.
7 months to yell at mommy, though. 7 months.
Does it still hurt?
It's awkward.
It's yeah.
Does it still hurt
Yeah. The
to
bumps are-
wrestle?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they don't feel the best.
That's good.
Actually, the day after my very first match, I was hurting so bad, and then I didn't feel a thing. I was like, it was instantly. As soon as I ate, I was perfect. I was like, yep,
Food fixes everything. Are you about to say that? I've been saying
It
that.
does.
Here.
My sister barbecued and I destroyed it.
Nice.
And how is the neck feeling after all this time too?
It has its moments, but for the most part, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Much better than after the surgery.
That's good.
Good to hear. One of the biggest things I noticed with you is your cardio now is so much better than it was years ago. And I think that CrossFit training you have to do has a lot to do with it. So what,
Yeah.
I guess, what is the difference now as far as your workout routine now versus what it was back then? When you were first starting?
I honestly didn't put much in myself back then. I mean, I was drinking and doing whatever I was doing. I don't know. I would, but not as active as I am now. Like when I don't need to sub or do any extra classes, I work out 5 times a week on top of the fact that I'm training for a marathon right now. Like I just
Nice.
ran 20 miles last week in one
Yeah.
sitting. So a lot of running, a lot of lifting, a lot of everything. And now my body just can't. Now my body just can't not do it. Like I start to go stir crazy.
Which marathon are you training for?
It's I think Baylor Scott, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't the
Oh wow.
marathon I was originally going to do, but it's the one I'm ending up with now. I'm looking it up. Unexpected questions. I should know this, but
Yeah.
Well-
It makes us feel really great when we see you on Facebook. You're like, yeah, just ran 13 miles. Oh, just ran 12 miles, and then 20 the last week. I don't even drive that far most days.
Meanwhile, I walk from my car to the building where I work in, and I'm like, I'm taking the elevator to the second floor. Forget this, man. I ain't using them damn stairs.
Yeah. I get exhausted when the kids forget something upstairs and I gotta go run and get it. Yeah. Now, if you're watching the show live, I see the comments rolling in, but a lot of people are saying congrats, by the way, on your sobriety.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
thank you.
If you're watching live, if you have any questions for the megastar, please feel free to type them in. I'm sure she'll be happy to be put on the spot with some of these. So, but Tommy, Mike, you got anything? I know, Tommy, I know you have some burning questions for one of your favorite wrestlers.
Why do I have to have questions for?
Okay, well, so before we get into time, I do want to ask.
Because I'm your ever, Tommy. You love me.
That's
There it
true,
is.
Tom.
Yeah.
I hate this show.
Real
Your
quick, though, you
signs
did
love
mention
my
earlier.
butt.
That's it.
I have that on video. Not
Yeah.
quite when you grabbed it, but I do have the rubbing of it and
The wiping.
Yeah.
yeah,
The wiping. The wiping, for sure.
I saw it. Yeah, I retweeted it. I made that sign way better than it was before.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it said, but I know it was probably something that was worth wiping my butt with it.
Go ahead, Mike. What's your question?
So earlier you talked about when you've come back, like there's just so many new people. Part of that is because a lot of these people have literally started within the time that you've been out. But also with that, what does it feel like kind of being a veteran now in a lot of these locker rooms, I would assume, since there's so many new and younger people coming through these shows?
I was just talking about this the other day with somebody about how I was the baby because I was 16, 17 when I was training and debuting. So I was the baby or the jailbait as the chance me and Portia used to get. And
Guilty.
now
I have
I'm
the sign. I made the sign.
Yeah,
sorry.
and now I'm the older person and everybody. I mean, Mia's 17?
Yeah.
17, 18, something like that, yeah.
My age when I started, and that was 16 years ago. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm the old lady now. Nothing like wrestling somebody that was your age 16 years ago makes you feel. But I mean, it's I don't know. I didn't expect to be here. So I hate that I don't know as many people, but at the same time, it's also like a test of my skill.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going into a lot of times. Not that I mean, I do try to look up my opponents, and I'm starting to like research people, like look up who's in the area and names I haven't heard of, so that I can get more familiar with it. But it is still very weird to be the older person.
I think Jason's talking about the sign.
Yeah,
I think
Jason's
he is talking about the
so I'm
sign.
sure, yeah. So
Yeah, Jason, hey, you're funny.
Yeah, Tommy's wife's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
You need to calm down.
Nah.
Jason, PS3.
Yeah.
Oh please, my wife was.
Glasses memo.
Oh please, my wife was laughing her butt off when that.
Yeah,
when that
she
happened.
probably is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I can't believe
Well, this was one of the few times you've been back in San Antonio. Your first time in Mission Pro. How was it to wrestle in front of some familiar faces? Not just us, but some other fans that I'm sure you hadn't seen in a long time. I heard a lot of fans coming to you like, "I missed you. It's so good to see you." How was it to wrestle in front of all these familiar faces again and in this town?
I was so excited because I knew it's been, I don't know how many years since I've been in San Antonio. And I was like excited to see you and Tina, and I was like excited to see Sean and Jess, which I'm sure the people in the chat about. And so I was excited about y'all, although I didn't know they were going to be there, but I knew y'all were. And so I was like, man, I haven't seen so many of these people in years, and it was awesome. It was really nice to see a bunch of familiar faces, and that crowd was so good. Like they actually made noise, react. I hate when you're just like giving it your all, and the crowd's just like. It was a really good crowd.
They're just on their phones. Yeah. The crowd's definitely.
Well, I think a lot of people try to.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people try to match Tommy because he's kind of the standard bearer for making noise at these. Go watch people's clips of Mission Pro, and how many times do you hear Tommy in the clip? They're not even sitting by him, and you can hear him. You could probably hear him on Title Match if you watched it then.
Actually, you can't hear me on Title Match. That's why
I watched the video.
Yeah, that's why I regret. That's why I always hate it when Title Match puts up a clip from Mission Pro. So I'm like, oh hell.
Yeah.
There is somebody on like the East Coast.
Tommy's actually You're the real reason I didn't come back to San Antonio for 7 months, because I've been training my voice for our Scream Off for 7 months. I had to get back into the swing of screaming at your face repeatedly.
So
talk about like riding a bike.
I mean that's true. That's true. It was, but I do laugh when you were on the On a Mission show for Mission Pro the couple weeks before the show, and it was you and Emily May and Beta Scott. And Emily had no idea what we were talking about, but Veda Scott almost like she had like a Vietnam flashback. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna find out what they're like." She just like stopped talking. Okay. Okay. Well,
I'm pretty sure Tommy has got us those as permanent seats now for that.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Brian.
Every time
Thank
we get
you.
Front row, Brian's like, "Nope, put him right there."
Yeah.
I'm sure title match is probably like, "We're begging you, sit that guy somewhere else."
Put him on the hard cam. We got to know he's there.
And Burnsy, that's a long list. We can't. It's not just one person.
Yeah.
It's only we don't have that much time on this show. We will never have that much time on the show.
Well, I do have to say that this was a show where two of Tommy's favorite people were wrestling, and separate matches, of course. And unfortunately, we did not get a picture of you with, Angel Blue and Jasmine Allure. But we did get the next best thing. And that is this photo right here. So they wanted to take this picture especially for you. I said, can you girls get together for a picture? This is a special one for Tommy. I didn't even prompt them. They're doing their finger exercises in this picture.
Yeah, the second you said Tommy, we were just like, so Tommy.
Why
And
does this exist?
We also We're also starting a tag team.
Yes.
You're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No,
But
you're
we're
not.
only accepting bookings where we know you'll be in the crowd.
No, you're
Nice.
not. This is
What are
Nice.
y'all gonna team as? What's the name
What?
gonna be?
You don't have to reveal the name unless you want
Fuck
to.
Tommy.
Fuck Tommy.
I hate this show. I
think at the PG shows, it's Tommy's favorite tag team, though. But,
I hate this.
There's
show.
my one F-bomb.
Yeah, that's right.
Still
Well worth it.
PG-13.
It was in the right spot. Yeah, so that was good.
Why
yeah.
is it?
Yeah, it was
Why?
exactly where it needed to be.
Just why?
Because
they are both wearing blue.
Yeah, we're
That's
both
so
wearing blue in the
true.
picture.
Brian,
That's true.
wow,
that's true.
the betrayal, my friend.
Look, I'm just saying, Brian. Bougie still has the tag belts.
Yes.
Mike, you
That's
son of-
If you're looking for a team that could take down Bougie Reality for those tag team
Oh,
championships,
you son of a
Look at
bitch.
everywhere.
Mhm.
I want this picture to pop up on every single poster for the rest of Tommy's life.
no.
Well,
With our faces huge, like everybody else can be tiny dots in between.
Brian,
I'm just
I
saying,
swear to-
Brian.
Brian,
Right
I
there.
swear to God, this better not be on the Silver Bells poster. I swear to God.
I mean, Brian, if you need a copy, I'm just saying, I can
Brian?
take you.
I mean, Tommy,
Brian?
think how integral to that match you would be. You have this one team that's your favorite, the other team that loves your wife and takes a picture with her after all their sometimes during their matches.
Wait. The
You're
team.
like,
No, you called them my favorite team. I never said that was my favorite. I did
No,
not say that.
that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Angel said that y'all are good. They're going to be your favorite tag team.
I did. No, it did. Sean's not helping. Can we stop? Why is the picture still up? Why is the picture still up?
Oh, sorry, I
think
forgot to
I
click
think it
that button.
froze.
I forgot to click that button. My bad.
I assumed the PC froze. It was fine.
We wanted to make sure you saw it.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, look, Tommy. At least Brian said the plan's already kind of in place for things, so you may be safe for one more show.
Okay.
Hey, Valentine's
but
might be
what he
back.
just said there doesn't help because that means it's still coming.
Ooh,
It's like a damn
Valentine's
execution.
Show.
I
The
mean, they
day
do
of
love
love just
Tommy.
for you. A tag team you'll love, Tommy. It'll be
There you
your
go.
Valentine's Day gift.
Mhm.
Who needs flowers?
That'll be
You
the
can have
worst Valentine's
With
Day
love.
ever. Like I
That's the
can't think
point.
of a worse Valentine's Day gift present than that.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
My lap is just getting taken over.
Oh, it's the cat's adorable.
I'm a
so
crazy
it's okay.
cat lady.
Yeah.
Don't talk to my cat.
Talk to your cat. Your cat's adorable. I've declared it. Jason.
Wow.
Okay, I have no friends.
Flipping
Why is the cat looking at me? Damn it.
Tommy, you have the best friends. Your life would be boring without us.
Yes.
I think I wouldn't mind boring.
I made your voice what it is today, Tommy.
Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
I mean, also,
Wow.
Angel, just going to throw this out because you probably know him better than we do. If you could get Lance Archer to accompany
Hold on.
all the ringside,
Hold on. Barrett
Yeah.
Brown just jumped in.
Where did Barrett Brown come from? When has Barrett Brown ever watched the show? When they one time, Barrett Brown watched the show. I want to know one time he's watched the show. Why the
Barrett, thanks for joining us on the show. Congrats
Thanks for
to all
being
your
here,
success
Barrett.
too, by the way.
yes, thank
I
you,
want to
Barrett.
know one time Barrett has watched this show. I want to know one other time he's watched it besides that.
I don't know, but he might
Hey,
watch more
no,
now.
we welcome first-time viewers. Like
Yes.
everyone's welcome
Thank
to the
you for
podcast.
joining, Barrett.
Thank
And
you.
interesting enough, I don't know if you remember the interview from 3 years ago, but I did ask you, Angel Blue, who was probably the most underrated wrestler, male or female. Your answer immediately was Barrett Brown on the male side of it. So
Yeah.
obviously, since then, his accolades and his everything has gone up for him. I know you guys are close, but how proud of you of where his career has gone? Because it seems to just skyrocket nowadays, especially some of the matches he's had recently. So.
No, it's your-
Barrett Brown says you a bitch too.
I legit hate this show. I like it.
Oh my gosh.
I just
Oh.
don't like this show at all.
Yeah. You're happy.
I'm
Angel
gonna
Blue's
come
here.
on every single show now. Even if I'm not on it, I'm just gonna pop up in the little box. Just gonna say the 2 magic words and leave.
This is the worst day of my entire life.
Oh my god, I love that. Thank you for
The worst day
showing
of your life so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen the Simpsons
So
movie.
far, I will definitely make it worse. I promise.
Yeah.
This is a good day for you.
Now, Tommy, I think it's only fair that at some point in the next couple of weeks, we need to get Jasmine on and see how that, see how she does.
What?
Just to kind of even things out.
Well, let me ask you, Angel, after we took that picture, did you and Jasmine get to kind of talk? It's like, hey, we could make this happen? Like, is that kind of in the works or something?
We did talk about it a little bit. She said she used to watch me wrestle, and
Wow.
she wanted to wrestle me,
Mhm.
and then team, of course. But I don't know if it was in that order. But she did say she wanted to wrestle against me because she used to watch me, and then we talked about being a tag team, and we were all like, Tommy sucks ass, and we hate him so much, and bonded over our mutual hatred.
Yeah, Tommy, you are bringing people together.
You
should
are.
be-
Hey, he's doing the same finger exercise as y'all were doing. So.
You're right.
Did you get a
That's
handstand?
copywritten.
Yeah, it's got Tommy, do you have a question for Angel Blue?
No.
Okay, just thought I'd ask.
I hate this show.
Well, I'm thinking back to when you did get into wrestling. I mean, you had time away from it. What brought you back? What was it the kind of catalyst that said, okay, maybe I'll give this another shot?
So it wasn't like there was never a part of me that just didn't want to come back. I think I was just too worried about my neck. But when Jason Silver passed away and they announced, I was told about the benefit show before it was announced and everything. And I messaged Sky immediately and I was like, I have to be on this show. Like, I'm wrestling on this show.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who or what, as long as they don't suck. But so then they put me in the singles match with Prince Adam because me and Silver were each other's first intergender match like 15 years ago. And so they thought it'd be fitting that we did an intergender match. And when I had that match and after it, I knew I could do it again. I was like, yeah, I'm never going away. I was so nervous. I had to get Vert Vixen to do my makeup because I was about to stab my eye out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was very close.
Yeah, that was probably one of the roughest ones, at least over the last year.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure you have a lot of memories, road stories. Is there one that you consider your favorite of your time with Jason Silver?
Oh my God. I don't know. We used to wrestle a lot in like Lucha Bazaars together, and those were just always a joy. Just we had our share when we first started out of working just like the crappiest shows. Can you get your blood on my face? Together, and it would just be like random matches, like him and Sky versus me and insert random person. Or I think we might have done a triple threat, or I'd wrestle Sky, or I'd wrestle him, or we'd be on the road talking about who we got to wrestle. Like, this person sucks. I'd rather wrestle you. Let's see if we can politic it into a match. But you always gotta have to love when I shoved the fire extinguisher up his ass. And then he superplexed me through a chair table. So I guess we're even.
That was your seat, I guess, right? So,
Probably.
So how did Mission Pro come about? Because when it was announced that you were on the show, we all got excited, Tommy included. Don't let him lie to you.
I did. I did. I admit
yes.
I did.
So how did that come about for you, coming on to Mission Pro?
I just started like messaging people. Because I was having a hard time getting my name back out there. I didn't know if it was because I've been asked to work so many times and I'm like, I'm not wrestling because I'm injured. I'm not coming back. To where, just to the point where people don't really pay attention to me anymore. So nobody knows I'm back unless I'm like, hey, in your face, I'm back. So I just started messaging people, and I think it might have been through Jazz. I think I got into contact with like Mission Pro and 360, and I'm drawing a blank, but yeah, it led to all of this.
And your first experience there, how was the vibe in the locker room? How was it working with Mia Friday? You mentioned she's young, but how? I'm assuming this is the first time you'd ever wrestled her. How was that?
I like her a lot. She has a lot of potential. She's hard hitting. She doesn't take it easy, obviously, since I lost because she cheated. Tommy pulled my tie.
What?
Tommy was definitely distracting you at ringside.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, that I was doing.
Tommy, yeah.
Okay, that I did do. I'll admit that, but I didn't pull her tights. Man.
But she's just so freaking cute.
Yeah.
I want to punch her in the face, which I do. No, I really enjoyed that match, except for the losing part.
Yeah.
She has so much potential, and she's just so adorable. And I just, like I said, I just want to punch her in the face repeatedly and get a win over her.
Yeah, I figure they have to get you some allotted time to know. Okay, granted, you get at least 5 minutes in this match to get into a screaming match with Tommy. So, did you have like anything in your brain ready to go for him, or is it just off the cuff whenever you and him get back and forth here?
I never plan what I'm gonna say to Tommy. I just say whatever comes out of my face. Nothing is ever planned for that. Like I don't need a plan. I already know I'm gonna look at his face and know exactly what to say.
I mean, it sounds like when you see that face, the inspiration just hits.
Yeah.
And the curse words just
inspiration to like punch a baby or something.
Yeah.
Why did I agree to do this? Why did I say
missed
Tommy's
it.
so happy.
Come on, I know you got a question there at some point. So,
What's up, Legacy?
Hey, Legacy.
what's up? I will say this from someone who was watching the match. You look like you were having fun. That you just honestly like I get flashbacks to I guess some of your early matches where it would look like it was fun to you, just without the nerves, you know. And definitely the fitness, the marathon running training. You look like you could have gone another 10 minutes. Like your cardio was up and everything. Like you're still going full speed ahead, and it was also very entertaining. I think it's always a lot of fun watching you wrestle. So that was a blast, at least for me, to see again. So, yeah.
Tommy loved it too.
Yeah, he
Just
did.
want to
I know
admit
he
out
did.
loud.
I was next to him. I heard it. He did.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh my God, Angel Blue is the greatest."
Those words have never left my mouth. Okay.
I hope she wrestles in every single match tonight.
I remember hearing something
I never
about
wanted
life
to
completed
say.
again, or it has meaning again, something like that.
Okay. How much did what the no? I said none of that.
I heard it.
Well, look at MPW. Were there any other matches on the card that you got to like kind of watch or see or that you were looking forward to when you saw the card?
So, they did have not cameras. They did have the footage set up. Like the production was by the entrance, so you could go and watch it. And I went over there to try to watch it, but I couldn't see. I didn't have my glasses. I was like, I don't know what's going on these screens.
Are there any of the talent for Mission Pro that you're like, I want to wrestle you now, or like you want to face them later down the road?
All of them. Jasmine.
That's fair.
I want to wrestle Jasmine, and then I want us to just be like, this was awesome. We deserve to be the greatest tag team ever because we're the greatest ever.
Yeah,
Fuck Tommy.
When that match happens, we
And-
are sponsoring that officially.
for sure. Yeah,
We better.
we.
We better not. We better.
Okay, fine. Not we. Just Tommy. Tommy, you can sponsor. By
That you know what, Brian, we'll send the money, but it will definitely be in Tommy's name. So
Yeah. So.
Oh, don't get on the computer.
Oh.
She wants to cuddle you.
oh look, Saboteur too.
Yes.
Tommy.
No, I didn't see anybody on there that I didn't want to wrestle.
Yeah.
So I want to work all of them.
Thank you, Bernsey. Appreciate it.
Everybody.
Bernsey, we're not getting you a ticket next time, buddy. I'm just kidding. Hey, all right, Brian. See, good.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate
Damn
that.
it, Brian!
See, Brian remembers.
Yeah,
And
he
she
remembers.
said,
He's a more
I didn't know he
credible
was still in the
person
chat.
Burns you 116.
and Brian, she said she wanted to wrestle everyone, so whole
Yeah.
slew of names.
Everyone.
Well, what is
So
next?
Brian, let's go.
What is? Oh, Barrett has a message for you here. Night, guys. Congrats, Blue Kick out there. A ton of people are rooting for you and believe in you. Also, Tommy private messaged me and said you're the best.
Barrett, when have you ever watched the show?
Barrett, first of all, that's a great message. Thank you, and would love to have you on the show. Obviously, you're a Texas product and where your career is going. We're also proud of you here too. But thank you for joining us on the show. We hope you'll join us for future ones. Even if it's just
We
good time.
actually trained for the marathon together.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
yeah.
Oh.
Not to brag, but I've ran more miles than Barrett Brown has.
Ooh.
Okay. His high score is 15 miles. My high score is 20.
Ooh, boy.
Pretty cool.
I gotta catch up. Barrett,
Of course,
he will run
6.2.
20 miles in like 7 minutes, and I'll run 20 miles in like 7 days.
Hey, but you get there though.
But
That's
you
the
get
point.
there.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I just want to finish. I just want the jacket and the medal, and I'm good. That way I can beat Tommy with the medal while wearing my cool jacket and be like, you suck.
And just you can wear that
I
to
wanna
the
make
next
sure
show.
I'm nice and cozy
Yeah.
when I beat you.
Oh,
Ooh.
Brian, yes.
Barrett
Literally,
is still there.
literally anyone who can rid us of JP, I'm all for. I don't care.
we are done with that.
Somebody booked me versus Barrett. We have never had a singles match before. And I want
Really?
to kick him in the face too.
Well, you said on an interview that was you were hoping that would
Friendly way.
you would hoping that would be your return match. So obviously that hasn't happened yet. So
Yeah. It was a little unexpected.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, it
Hoorah,
definitely
but
needs to happen
I'm
now.
happy
So
with my return match.
yeah,
You're listening,
With
Brian.
Tommy
just
as the
saying.
ref.
Tommy is ref. Yeah.
And when Tommy doesn't count to 3 for me, I'll stab him in the face.
Okay.
A pencil.
I don't doubt anything you just said. Just I believe it.
Yeah,
Not
and we all know Barrett
I
Brown's
need to
career.
not have witnesses for later.
We all know Barrett Brown's career would just skyrocket after a match with you two. It's just as if it's not right now, right? So
Just
yeah.
go everywhere.
Well, what is next on the horizon for you, Angel Blue? What do you got coming up for yourself?
So when I get off here, I'm gonna go take a bite of some fudge. No, I'm just kidding. I have potentially 2 shows this weekend. It depends on the weather because one of them's outside
Okay.
and we're getting stormed. But so I have APW on Saturday against Morgan Mercy and Skylar Slice for my title, and then if Sunday happens, it's gonna be me versus Killa Kate versus Erica.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
And then
that's cool.
And then what else do I have? What? At Wichita. And then I have APW again, HOT, some MPX matches. Ooh. Flying to Tennessee in December.
Oh,
Nice.
Cool.
Very cool. Nashville or
Put
Memphis?
everything. I have
Where in Tennessee?
Memphis.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be flying into Memphis. So I have every weekend booked for the rest of the year except for 2 in December. One of them I'm doing the marathon, and the other one I just don't have a booking yet. But the day before the marathon, I have a booking. So I guess
Wow.
Wow.
You can wrestle the day before the marathon?
God. dog.
No, it's a different type of booking. It's still do wrestling, but
Oh, okay.
I won't be wrestling.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
I was gonna say, damn.
So
Well,
yeah. Well, it's still going from San Antonio to College Station.
Yeah.
Am I right about that? I don't know. I just know I'm gonna be traveling a lot that weekend, and in my car and on my feet.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just excited for everything. I'm glad to hear that you have a full schedule coming up. Can't wait till you're back in San Antonio. Can't wait till you're teaming with Jasmine Allure because that's
I can.
gonna be fun. So
Yes,
It's going to be quite a tag team.
I'm gonna make sure that we have a phone on us so we can take a selfie with Tommy behind us.
oh, for sure, you almost have to, and then we'll
Camera guy, follow us.
yeah.
Hey, we know Tessamania, the guy who shot all the footage. I'm sure he'll help.
I'm sure.
He's a big fan of Tommy.
Right?
So
It'll be a good shot.
This is how migraines start. This is how
I
migraines
think
start, right?
we'll kill Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy, is there anything you want to ask Angel Blue? Because I know you missed her.
Why are you the way you are?
Because you haven't asked the question yet. I
No,
know
I'm
you
asking
have.
her. Why is she the way she is?
Oh, why she's the way? Okay, yeah.
So I started as a 17-year-old girl with some punk bitch named Tommy in the crowd.
Okay, first of all, when you debuted, I was nice to you. Then you became a jerk, and then I just switched accordingly. Okay.
I know, it's because I met you.
It was
made
not
me,
because
like,
you met. Okay, no. You were nice when you.
I used to be nice, and then here you come, being all stupid with your fart face. And it just made me angry at the world. I just wanted to scream at everybody, and so that's what I did.
Okay, I will not be the reason you had a supervillain arc. Okay?
I was just
refuse. I am not the start of your anime dark backstory. Okay, it's not my fault. Not the nameless, faceless bully that turned you into this dark path. I did not do that.
You are definitely the sole reason.
And where did Steady come from?
100%.
Who was watching this show?
Everybody. All we had to tweet was that Angel Blue was going to be here. It's like, holy shit, Angel Blue versus Tommy. This has to happen, So it's,
Right?
Yeah.
More than just an entrance. We have time to just.
Oh my God,
Hashtag
Ted.
Mark
Seriously.
Ted, wow.
Yeah.
And JC, you.
Okay, everybody tweet that right now.
Well, speaking of what Angel Blue, what is your Twitter and your socials so everybody can follow you and jump on that hashtag too?
Excuse me, sir. It's not Twitter anymore.
Whatever. X. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I split
know.
the
It
middle.
makes
It's
me feel like
It's
I thought it was porn. I was like, how did this porn site get on my phone? I didn't know it came randomly with X. It was no longer.
I think
I'm
Mike
like,
said
I
it.
thought
Barry
it was
Brown might have been
all
ribbing
that
you for a
through my
second.
web
Yeah.
browser.
So yeah. I think Mike said it. Barry Brown might have been ribbing you and put porn on your phone. Is that what it was? So yeah.
It's Twitter is angelblue0830, and then Instagram is same thing, angelblue0830, and then Facebook is Megastar Angel.
Or Angel Bears.
Because it was the Megastar was given to me by Tommy too, because even though I hate his stupid face, he thinks I'm the greatest ever and thought I deserved to be named the Megastar.
This is single-handedly the worst show we've ever done.
No, it's not.
Also, Tommy, just so you know, the WrestleCast Twitter has officially tweeted out hashtag FartFaceTommy. So
There you
it
go.
started.
So
Oh, I'm on it. Where's
I
Twitter?
tagged you, don't worry.
Where's
I know you did.
Where's X?
And I tagged you, don't worry.
I know.
Yeah,
we did
at
not-
CCG
I
underscore.
Where's my porn site?
You absolutely.
Did you tag Tommy in
No, I
it?
tagged you.
Wait, can you do that? Fart face Tommy.
Steady.
I don't know how to.
Well, you replied to his tweet, so
Yeah.
you can tag
I
him on
mean, as you can see, JC, in the studio, there's also already a lot of hashtags for Tommy that we've had.
That
on
is
previous
true.
shows.
From
There was one from last night that we added.
That's true.
Yeah.
I see him right now. So Yeah.
Tommy got hashtagged last night.
I hate this show. I hate this show.
Oh,
This is single-handedly the worst show of all time.
this is
Oh
probably
my
the
gosh.
best podcast we've ever done.
It's one of the best.
This is
It's
the
one of the
worst
best.
thing I've ever been a part of.
This is the greatest moment of your life, getting to spend more than like a few minutes at a time talking to me.
This is
And not
slow
just yelling
torture.
at her. So yeah.
This is slow torture.
He's gonna get off of here and cry pure tears of joy. Just like puts it on his calendar as the greatest day ever. Hashtag I love Angel Blue.
Amazing. Well, it is so good to see you. It is so good to see you wrestle again. Tina and I are so very proud of you and your journey, where you've come from, because we know the struggles you've had. We've all seen it on social media. So to see you back in the ring doing what you love is nothing short of amazing. And kids had a good time, even though you were yelling at everybody. They thought you were very entertaining too. So Adi and Joaquin had such a blast and loved every minute of it. So even though you were giving them a hard time
So
about,
happy to
even though you're
find
giving my daughter a hard time about wearing an Izzy t-shirt, still,
No, it's
you
fine.
know, it's her favorite. Yeah, so.
Don't do
There's a
that.
lot of wrestlers that give you a hard time for wearing Izzy shirts. I'll throw that out there too.
Don't do that
Okay.
again.
Yeah, talk to her about that. So
I'm your favorite 17-year-old, or however old he is, 18-year-old. How old?
16, right?
16, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
16. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Young and up and coming talent. You're the grizzled young vet now, Angel Blue. So you know. Yeah, I know. That's what happens when you get older. I'm sorry.
That face was worth it.
Shut up, Tommy. That means you're even older.
I don't
you
care.
shithead.
I don't care.
How old are you now? 95?
That would explain the gray hair more, but no, I'm 35.
I don't see any gray hair in mine.
Gee, I wonder why that is.
My roots are not touched up. That is all brown, so shut your stupid
Okay,
face.
well, my gray hair is right around here.
You're
you
35?
a bit. It's right here. It's right here. There's some right here too, but you know, it's right there.
Mine's everywhere where it still is. It's disappearing back here. So you know, yeah, that happens. So.
Yeah, mine was starting to disappear too. But, you know.
Oh my God. So. Well, congrats again.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll let Tommy go ponder his thoughts about how awesome I am. I gotta make him want more.
It's gonna keep him up all night, honestly.
Gotta leave you a bit.
Yeah.
Nightmares of her keep me up at night.
Well, thank you for joining us on the WrestleCast again. Look forward to talking to you again. Feel free to come back anytime. I am just doing that open invitation out there. We're usually doing the show Thursday nights. Like keep that. You send me a text like, "Hey, I want to be on the show." Boom, I'll get you in there. I'll send you a link. We'll get it going. So
Just don't tell Tommy so he doesn't fake sick.
definitely. I'll make sure to keep that a secret just between you and me. So,
Because I know he'll be so very sad if he misses me. So sad.
This is the worst show of all time.
You missed her. Don't lie. You missed her. Now it's not just Jasmine Allure getting all the love at shows. It's Angel Blue again too. So
I'm gonna hug you next time
Yeah.
I see you.
yes.
But I'm gonna make sure I don't shower for like 6 months.
I hate this stupid show.
I have never heard a hug used in such a threatening way.
I know. So thank you, Angel.
Y'all have a good
You
night,
too.
Angel.
except
We
for Tommy.
appreciate
Because
Thank you for joining us. Congrats on your success and
Yeah,
good luck with the
yeah.
marathon training. Let us know how it's going. I look forward to seeing pictures and videos
Thank
when you finish that marathon, because I know you will. So proud of you.
yeah, I'll post about it.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Later.
Take care.
Bye, everybody. That's not Tommy.
Yeah. Bye.
So everyone who's still in the chat and our friends, go on Twitter, retweet, share the hashtag. Bartface Tommy.
I'm going to find Steady, and I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna
Look.
think of something.
Hey, you know that thing you put on Facebook earlier about brag about 2023?
Mhm.
Doesn't happen without steady, so just gotta balance it out there, buddy.
Yes, but he also made a hashtag me with my mortal enemy. So just
You have a picture with Jade and MJF.
fair enough. But still, Steady's a jerk.
Well, yes, but
Yeah.
he's our jerk.
True.
Well, let's. Ted owes you a beer too, apparently. So,
Since we did just get off here with Angel Blue, let's kind of segue into MPW Thriller. I figure it's definitely worth talking about that show we all attended.
Yeah.
And such a fun event too.
Yeah.
From start to finish. I just kind of like, I'm trying to remember the order of the matches myself, but there
started with Gypsy Mac versus
no Queen Uju and Shane.
Uju,
That was
yeah,
the
there you go.
pre-show. Yeah. So
pre-show.
I was a little that was I was looking forward to that one, young talent and everything, but I was a little surprised by the double count out. I was wondering if, I don't know, what do you guys think? Are they going to just do that again? Maybe they have something planned down the line for them or something. It was an interesting finish.
I always say that. Oh, Brian's still here. Okay, I was thinking maybe they'll do like a rematch later. They didn't settle anything, and because Shay Carmichael actually had new gear. If I compare, like usually she comes out in something very bright and colorful. That was all black. Yeah, I guess she's got some new attitude going on. So we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, Silver Bells. There's usually some sort of candy cane street fight going on.
I know.
Could be for any of those matches.
Roche Chanel threw one at me last time.
Yeah. I think Mike also said he got hit by one, so hopefully there's another one coming soon.
Yeah, but she aimed at me because I felt it. I was like, did that chick just throw?
No, she loves your wife.
Mm-hmm. Well, pre-intermission, there was Gypsy Mac versus Morgan Mercy. Yeah. Lady Bird Monroe versus Samira, Angel Blue versus Mia Friday, and I want to say Jasmine Allure versus Brittany was before the intermission, right?
Yeah, before the intermission because then the casket match was after
yeah. So, honestly, you look at that. That's a solid card. Just those matches there, especially
So, I know I brought a couple signs. You can see some of them behind me at the show. If I get that same seat I had, I'm bringing a mirror next time so that whoever's Jasmine's opponent is, I can face it toward them. Because Jasmine has a really bad thing of attacking people in that aisleway when they're not looking.
Oh no, it's like she's a jerk, and I've been saying that for the past 6 months. But then again,
I didn't say she was a jerk. I just said she had some bad habits. Oh yeah, Bernsey.
Bernsey, yes, great to meet you in person. And I apologize if I seemed out of it at first. That was a long day, and I was just so happy to be there all day at the softball field with my daughter's team, and then we had time to rush home. Got maybe an hour break to shower, change, and then get out there. So, but yeah, great to meet you in person. Finally, thank you again for watching as always.
Yeah, Bernsey, it was really cool.
Yeah, man, I was glad you made it out, man.
Mm-hmm. Brian, Amir and Ladybird. So I don't know how many times you watch this, but we have actually come up with some different terms based off Mission Pro matches. Like Tommy came up with Mission Personal Wrestling because of how many of matches at Mission Pro just quickly turned into like heated death rivalries.
Yeah, like they're like we've only seen like I think 8 collar and elbow tie-ups in all of the Mission Pro shows. 30 shows, like you said, there have been 8 collar and elbow tie-ups.
Brian, we keep count how many matches start normal collar and elbow and how many just get into fights.
And this show only had 2. It was only 2.
But what did you call the Amira versus Ladybird?
That was the Mission Pro Strong Style match, okay? Because they I don't know what coverage, because it wasn't like the personal matches like we see. That just was like they had a mutual understanding of, hey, what if we beat the crap out of each other respectfully? And the other was like, I love it, perfect, no notes, let's do it. And that was just how the match went, and it was just. I said somewhere Nakamura was smiling, like, nice.
And and we've seen Lady Bird at several shows. We've seen her with Money Birds. We know how good she is.
Yeah.
Amira for the first time, or at least our first time.
My first time.
She is legit. I know she came up short, but like she said, hard hitting. Great wrestler. Hope to see her back as well.
For sure.
Because that was a hell of a match.
It really was.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Angel Blue versus Mia Friday. Really entertaining throughout, just solid.
I think the remnants of Tommy's sign really slowed Angel down. I think that hurt her.
It's possible.
You know.
But I was curious to know how Mia was going to react when she saw Tommy and Angel start yelling at each other. And I had to look at it because, it happens. We're sitting right there. I knew, okay, we're going to have a good 5 minutes of just yelling and screaming. And I'm just looking over at Mia while they're yelling, and she's just like she's ready to get some popcorn and just enjoy the show.
Yeah, I think she was like, okay, so do I just sit down and watch, or am I even involved anymore? I don't feel like I'm involved anymore.
And I don't even the clip I got of her wiping the sign, you can see Mia in the ring, and she's like, "Oh, all right, what's going on here?"
Yeah. So I'm curious to know if she warned her ahead of time, like, hey, this is probably going to happen. Just let it ride.
Hopefully not, because that's a genuine reaction.
Yeah, there's genuine reaction too. So, and then of course we mentioned Jasmine Allure versus Brittany Brooks. Started off like while Brittany was making her entrance, and it's becoming a traditional Jasmine entrance at this point. But that one actually, that one really stood out as probably one of my pre-intermission matches right there. I mean, they both held their own. They had great chemistry together.
It was a great match.
It was a great match, definitely. So, but hey, we didn't see Bougie Reality on this card. Brian, you said it earlier on the podcast. We need more tag teams. I'm just throwing it out there. Angel Blue, Jasmine Allure, definitely, it could be a great tag team. I'm just throwing it out there. So, intermission happens. We see the casket starting to get rolled out before it ends there, and there's the match we sponsored: Black Swan versus JP Harlow. And I'm not just saying this because we sponsored it, but for sure it was definitely the match of the night.
Yes.
And such a fun time too. Enjoyed that one, every bit of it. What did you guys think of JP Harlow's Vince McMahon impression?
It reminded me of Vince McMahon and ECW, and it made me hate everything all over again. So, oh wow, and oh Brian, and steady. I'm not talking to you right now. And Brian, okay.
All right.
I'm very interested.
Harlow. It's weird, also because we'll talk in a minute about RCW, and we'll talk about this multiverse a little bit. But Harlow in Mission Pro knows how to piss off that crowd and get them to hate him, and he does it so well. He really does. Shinsuke Nakamura, come on.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at some point, I was too.
And if you're going to ask, I assume this was coming, about JP's Vince McMahon, then you also must ask about Joey Hyder's Shane O'Mac.
Yes. I mean, they were committed to the gimmick, It was kind of nice.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
That was so stupid.
And Black Swan was on, not on a mission, but Mission Pro also has a Thursday night show sometimes too. And right the Thursday before the show she was on, and she had mentioned that she may have some things. I saw on a mission Tuesday, Brian, I think you said you forgot to let him out before you took the casket back to storage. So
oh no, that's terrible.
Okay. Oh Jesus,
JP's still in there. Damn it. That's like the worst news I've ever heard.
Hopefully someone dropped like a bag of chips or some beef jerky for him.
Yeah, that's so sad. So anyway, what you guys doing after the show?
Black Swan was saying that maybe she had some tricks up her sleeves to deal with Men's Revolution. And I don't know if that was the plan, but lo and behold, as Joey O'Mac continued to terrorize Black Swan, we get some heroes of hybrid.
Yeah.
The Marauder, Diego Rene, and under the mask, our favorite, Casey Blackrose, who got a pretty nice pop when he took off the mask. In fact, if you watch our clip of it, me and Tommy kind of go crazy when we see
Yeah.
him take that to the stomach of Joey Hyder. So kudos to you,
Yeah.
Diego and Casey, for showing up to even up the odds. I know Casey was in here when we first started, but we were interviewing Angel,
Angel Blue.
but he is a big fan of this as well. F the Men's Revolution. So I don't know if you already got out, Casey, but yes, we agree, and thank you for what you did.
Yeah. He can always watch this clip back. We'll send it to him.
For sure.
That was match of the night too.
Yeah, it really
and
was. It was incredible.
My son was also excited to add to his rock collection. If you guys can see it right there. We pulled those out, and
mine's somewhere in there. So
yeah,
I legit took one to work, and it's on my computer.
Yeah, he sent the picture, which is great. Yeah, he was so like he held on. I think the rest of the night. We got home, and that's where he put it with his little rock collection on his desk there. So
I had a rock collection as a kid. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Actually, Brian, I was hoping you had the answer to that question because I was trying to figure out when he got there because I was more than positive I didn't see him do that during intermission.
Do y'all have like a big box? Like, did he pull a Taylor Swift, and was it in like the,
like the popcorn thing or something like that? Yeah.
No. What's the always joke that she comes in on like the big like the ones they use backstage for like electronics
storage locker or something like that.
Yeah, like the anvil cases.
Yeah.
Was there a mysterious guy sweeping around the ring with like a hat over his head and
like
that's
just old Gus. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know when or if he snuck out during an intermission, but if he was there the whole show and knew his spot, that is fucking dedication, and I respect it.
Definitely.
Yeah,
so yeah,
for sure. Now, this match though was really where my son came out of his shell. Now he had been screaming the whole night, and he had a great time, but he definitely let JP have it, especially towards the end of the match and the finish. And I haven't gotten on a title match to see if it actually came out.
I'm sure it did.
But
your son is a menace, dude.
Yes.
You know, he's loud enough as it is, and I'm just even in the worst situations, at the worst times, he's loud. So, just Joaquin, go at it, my man. Go for it. Just go. Yeah, Jason, that was my kid. And this started years ago at a hybrid show. Yeah, with Richie when he was holding the title. And he was, I don't know, I'm probably like a year or two old, probably a year old.
I think it was 2, you said, right?
He was 2 years old.
Yeah.
He was 2, and he was already just getting into that. And, how is that, Richie? Richie turns around like, who the hell said that? Sees his 2-year-old boy looking at him, and he's just like, what the hell? I got to talk back to this kid. So, but not surprising, my son, he had a blast. He loves it so much.
I'm just saying that's still going to be the match that brings Richie out of retirement in like 18 years.
Could happen.
Well, I mean, again, like we said, Jay's the same height as him now, so.
Yeah. Wow. But I will say this: if my son ever does get involved with wrestling, his finish is going to involve Legos because he has those everywhere in this damn house. So
he's gonna be a deathmatch wrestler. That's going to be a special.
That's for sure. Yeah. Just a bat covered in Legos. Forget barbed wire Legos. But
actually, that sounds really painful. I ain't going front
it.
Yeah.
Oh crap! What was the one wrestler we saw that I think it was one of the last Queen of Queens I went to, and she would do Lego death matches a lot.
Was it Leva?
No, it wasn't. It was. It'll come back to me. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
Okay.
But yeah, he yells at JP Harlow, "You're nothing but trouble." It's like, oh yeah, what this? And I almost looked at his face like, oh my god, I'm yelling at a 6-year-old kid. What do I say? Right? But I mean, the finish was great. I love where we thought Swan was out, but her head was still out. The mist. It was the first time my kids had ever seen that. They're like, "What just happened?" Like it was. Yeah, it was like just mist in his face, and what a finish!
And I do have to say, I loved it because I was right next to that super kick. Like I got that great clip of the ending of the match, and then the perfect cherry on top is Tommy. Rest in peace, you SOB.
Now that's the one time I don't mind being heard loud and clear. That was that worked just fine for me.
Oh yeah, that was an incredible match, man. That was great.
Yep.
And Black Swan coming back in December. So we'd love to see her again. She's awesome.
Have they announced who she's wrestling yet, or is it just that she's?
I don't think they've announced any matches.
Okay.
I think we know some of the people that are going to be there, but yeah.
That was my first time seeing her wrestle live, and I was
Yeah,
impressed, and I that is be honest with you, that's a gimmick that could, I think, work well on TV.
Yeah,
As
no, yeah.
whether it's AEW or WWE for sure.
That's what we were saying when we interviewed her. Is like her gimmick is like so vastly different than what you're seeing anywhere right now.
Yeah. And I was disappointed though because I didn't get her entrance this time because I was pulling out rocks, pulling out these signs, getting all my. I was like, oh crap, she's already out. But that's cool. It was worth it.
But the fact that she laughed at the rocks made it made it work.
She told us afterwards. She was like, I almost broke character when I saw you guys with the rocks. We were like, look, you came up with it on our interview, and then you literally used it in a promo. There was no way.
There was no way. There's no way.
For sure. Izzy versus Maya World was next. Izzy,
really good. That was really good.
It's hard to believe she just debuted 2 months ago. So
literally less than 10 matches under her belt.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say this carefully as to not offend other people, but I think we've seen older, more experienced people not wrestle as smoothly as she does already. The only downside was she met another young talent full of the sky's the limit in Maya World, who is just really incredible. So it was a great match.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting. Maya is undefeated in MPW. Tiffany Nieves the same way. At what point do they collide?
I mean,
something's got to give.
Maya's got to be on a track towards there, Brian. I'm sure there's a lot of people waiting to challenge Tiffany, but Maya's got to be up there now.
Yeah, I mean, because and her quality of matches keep proving it that's going to be a good match. So maybe Silver Bells, maybe next year at the Valentine show. That if those two are tag teaming, I will definitely find some reason to at least be absent for that match alone.
No, not if it's against Bougie. Your wife won't let you miss that.
Yeah,
I can't win in that case. I really can't.
You can't.
I can't.
Yeah, like that would be a great match. Like she's definitely on that streak, and I think Maya was ranked 249. I know we're gonna talk about this next week in the women's 250, and I think she's up for PWI Rookie of the Year. So, like I tweeted out, man, no shame Izzy in losing to Maya World.
Nope.
Because Maya legit, and so are you, Izzy. But
I know you were apologizing afterward, but you have. Honestly, as you have no reason to apologize. Like, as I told you after the match, my daughter's playing 10U softball. It's her first year in 10U, just moving up, and we're playing. The league we're in is as much as second-year team, so they're struggling, but they're learning and they're developing, and that's really what it's ultimately about. Like the wins and losses are going to happen. The wins will come. Keep developing, keep getting stronger, and those losses will turn into wins down the road. So just keep improving. The path you have taken to get here at your age, especially, you did it the right way. So don't ever doubt that. Keep training, keep working. I mean, 2 matches in on MPW. Hell, you're wrestling for a title this Friday at Hybrid. Looking forward to seeing that too as well. So keep it up. We're all proud of you.
Brian just said in the chat too, though, about Maya World.
Yeah,
she
is
for sure.
So.
And Izzy, we're not bandwagon, man. It's ride or die. We are BFFs, man.
I mean,
so we always there for you.
We have Gen 1 bracelets.
Yeah,
yes.
We do.
I believe me, we're always gonna be honest with you. So if we ever say, well, here's what we didn't like, you can always
And Brian, I think Tommy said this on the show the other night with Thunder on there, but me and Tommy at least already have our front row VIP tickets.
Yep.
And I'm sure as soon as JC checks the softball schedule.
There's always in December, and it's usually that weekend. The league that we play at does a toy drive tournament. So the entry fee is just however many people are on your roster, bring in that many toys, and that's how you enter the tournament. So that's kind of a good tradition. Along with the one we just did a couple weeks ago, where it was a costume contest tournament, and we went as the average Joes. So it was great. We even had our own pirate. Some of the girls watched the movie, and one girl was instantly, "I want to be Steve the Pirate." She got the eye patch and everything. Yeah, so for sure. So great job, everybody. Nieves versus
Yeah.
Christina Marie. Great match. I mean, it was better than I thought it was going to be. I had seen a whole lot of Christina Marie, but she's strong character. She's intense.
Yeah,
Definitely
no,
intense.
I knew
Yeah.
I knew a little bit about her from seeing clips and stuff beforehand, so that's I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. But then, like, they announced the no DQ right as the match started. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
we were like, oh, yes, please.
So, but I was kind of like, but this is what I've been saying on Mission Pro for months. Let's just go ahead and call a spade a spade. Make every match no DQ. Let's stop playing these games already. Come on.
Nah. And it's just another ECW,
And,
right? So,
Tommy, I asked you about this. So I think I'm going to say it as gently as I can.
All
So we all know that at the previous show, we sponsored that championship match, and we've been big Genocide fans pretty much since we've been going there and since she won the title. And she had a great run, defended against some great people, and as great as Tiffany is, and she was, and all before that, she did use illegal means to win that match. She used the belt and the finish, got the win. Okay.
Mhm.
Now they announced that this match is no disqualification and she wins clean. She has the chance to do something and she doesn't. I'm not saying Latino women are stubborn, but I'm just saying. I know I might die now, but I feel like it had to be said. You are great, Tiffany, though. You are really awesome. But
yeah.
I mean, sometimes you do what you got to do. So I don't blame you.
As far as how our picks went on the evening, Tommy went 3-4, I went 4-3, and Mike went 5-2. So now time for our WrestleCast ratings for MPW Thriller 0 to 5, 5 being WrestleMania 17, 0 being December to December. Tommy, we'll start with you. What is your rating for MPW Thriller?
So how biased can we be with our ratings since we were there?
I mean,
it's your rating, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm giving it a 5.
Okay.
It was just a solid show, top to bottom, and like some of the matches were some of the best were just it's just I was Brian, that doesn't count.
Hold on, I got to get back to the page.
Go back to the chat. Look what he said.
I feel like there might be a problem if you're ever not perfect.
Yeah, if you're ever wrong, Brian, something happened.
Somebody called an audible. Yeah, so
it doesn't count for you.
Anyway, congrats, Brian, for pulling a Tez on this event. We're proud of you.
No, this doesn't count towards the Tez. He didn't pull a Tez.
I think Tez would respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? You're right. He would think that's hilarious, and he would be okay with that.
Tez is looking down on today's show like, oh, it's so great to see Angel Blue on the show. So
he probably actually would. Yeah, that's true.
Bernstein.
Wow.
In the final match.
Yes, you know what? He did do that. That's right. I forgot all about that.
She kept running out of the ring, and people started calling her chicken. So Bernsey joined in.
She told him to shut up. Well, yeah. And the Bernsey knows how it goes. Yeah, but for me, at personal rating, 5. It was a solid show, top to bottom. I can't say, oh, this was bad or nope. I gotta be honest and give it a 5.
Okay. Let's see. What did I rate the last time I went to MPW? 4.5. I'm sticking with the 4.5 on this one too. Maybe it's just me. The whole double count thing at the beginning, I was like, okay, I feel like that could have gone a little longer, but yeah, I know for time and everything like that. So, there's more I want to see, and my only concern too is the crowd felt a little drained with the main event. I know my kids were because, but still, it's still a solid show top to bottom, and I can't wait to see where it goes from there too. But 4.5 is nothing to be ashamed of for sure. It's a great show, a lot of young and up and coming talent, and I'm looking forward to December 9th. December 9th, right? Yeah. Mike, what's your rating for the show?
Well, I'm completely biased.
Okay.
Because we know how much we all love MPW. The shows have honestly become a highlight. Like counting down every, when the 2 months starts, match took. Yeah, the coffin match did, I think, drain a lot of that energy out of people.
Yeah.
It was too good.
But it's not that like Tommy said, the matches are all solid. But honestly, the whole experience at MPW with the people there. The people that run the show are always great. Running into Brian, Jeremiah, Emily, Eliana, all the people that help run the show and stuff. Like it's a 5, and it's always the best time we have there. So yeah, give it a 5.
All right. Hang on, I gotta edit my caption here. So, yep. So overall rating is a 4.83, guys.
Very nice.
Congratulations to everybody at MPW. Keep on doing what you're doing. It's amazing. It's a fun ride. You got great support, great sponsors, and always will be there to which really thought we were gonna get ring announcer to break. So that was
I almost thought she was getting immune to it, but then she kept cracking with a smile.
Yeah.
I was like, nope, we still got her.
Yeah. So a couple things there. I took selfie videos behind me to get a lot of the entrances. So like Burnsy's in all my entrance videos. And then I'm sitting in front of Burnsy, so the back of my fat head is in like all his ring pictures.
Yeah.
So me and Burnsy are like in each other's videos and pictures almost the whole time.
That's hilarious.
And Jason's also right. It was great to see Veda. We saw Veda years ago at ACW at some of those shows. So seeing her again was really cool. She's
and shout out to the Bray Wyatt Halloween costume as well.
Yeah.
That was very well done.
Cool.
That was very cool.
Yeah. Brian, thanks for the shows.
Thank you. We love what's going on. We love what's happening in Mission Pro. Keep it up. Don't stray too much from the formula, man. What works, and it's been a blast. So,
absolutely.
But yes, definitely we take the tag team idea. We present it on here and run with it. So that's going to be a solid one. Just throwing it out there.
No, please don't.
I want to make sure he doesn't forget. That's all. So
he can forget that.
No, he doesn't.
Won't forget.
He won't forget. I hope not. So yeah, that's a good show. It's a good team. You love it. So. You want to see the picture again? Because I can put the picture again.
Can we just go to? Is there something else we can talk about?
JC, just offhand.
Yeah.
Does Instagram have rules against like throwing the middle finger in a picture? Do I have to put like little stickers over it before I put it up? Never mind. I got it.
Okay.
You do what you need to do.
I don't think there is.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that.
I don't think there is rules on it, but yeah, do what you got to do. So for sure. But
I'm scared that he has another idea. I'm terrified about that because he's not saying what it is. He just said that and then didn't say anything else. I'm terrified.
You said all the matches will be announced within the next 2 weeks. Hey, there you go.
To be fair, Tina had a good time talking with Jasmine because she's attending
Bobcats.
Texas State. Yeah, Bobcats definitely. They had a conversation. So. Nice. It's 5-0-7 WrestleCast. Yeah.
And look at that ugly person. Not the ugly person behind Jasmine. I said, look at the ugly person behind your wife.
So, and then we all got the picture too.
Hey, there's that ugly person again.
Yep.
But those are good pictures. Those
yes.
two. I mean,
the people in the front are cool.
Yeah,
Jasmine.
They had a good idea. They were excited to just get some new toys. The little Jasmine Lord dolls were great. So yeah. So, and then of course there's this one too. So
why did that had nothing to do with?
It was next in line anyway. All right. Well, you guys want to talk RCW? Or we can talk Impact Wrestling next.
Let's talk RCW.
Let's talk RCW.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's talk about things we actually got to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't able to attend this event, birthday party, and then my shows. But how solid was the show, guys? Like, how was the crowd? How was the event? I know tickets were scarce when I went to look to try and get some. So it was
they always pack the house.
Yeah, for sure. Crowd.
It was a solid show. Like I know Tommy showed up about halfway through, so they have 9 matches announced, and then just because they went ahead and started with an unannounced match, which was the Flock and Brawlers versus the Super Friends. So got to see Casey for a second day in a row. Him and Brandon, the Flock and Brawlers, of course, are a great tag team. Used to be super heels, now they're super over baby faces. In fact, they have gone from, see if I can remember this correctly, the Broken Brawler and the Flamingo King to the Babyface Backbreaker and the High Stepping Heartbreaker for Brandon Weiss. So they even have new babyface monikers.
I can't even get mad. That's amazing.
And I'm not going to lie. Also, like, I feel disappointed because you weren't there and I forgot to start the backbreaker count. So Casey, I apologize. That's on me. But also, anytime Brandon does a move off the ropes and does the flamingo caw is just like greatness. So, and then
I break every time he does that.
Yeah,
every time he does that, I break. It doesn't matter.
And then I got so I was in the second row, right by one of the corners, and Brandon had come up to get a picture, and Amanda and Milo were in front of me. So I took a picture of Brandon, and the camera caught her taking a picture of him, and I posted it, and I was like, Brandon Weiss, celebrating, and his biggest admirer. And she commented like, "You catch me simping on him?" I was like, "Of course."
That's funny.
But the Flock and Brawlers won that one, which I probably would have chose. Super Friends are great, but they're young. Some young kids under mass, believing in the superheroes. So I don't remember. No, I do remember the exact order. Let me take that back because RCW had a coffin match of their own. So
was it the same coffin as the one MPW?
No, we did figure out that JP was apparently stuck in the other one and in storage. So RCW
I mean, no, JP Mission Pro JP is still in there. Oh no.
So RCW had a black coffin, kind of similar to the one the Undertaker made for Kamala.
Nice.
But it was painted all black. And so that was Devin Carter versus Delicious Don Juan. And Devin Carter came through the crowd with a mask on and like a hoodie and jumped Don Juan to start the match, which was really cool.
Nice.
That match, like, again, same thing. If you have title match, go check it out because they're on there too. And there was, just as hard hitting. There was a trash can involved, and they did one of those things where Devin was going to come flying through the ropes to the outside, and Don Juan just swung up at him as he was coming through the ropes, and it's just smashed. And I think he cut him above the eye, honestly.
Jeez.
It was a super hard hitting match, but kind of what became the recipe of the night for the treats is they all got involved, and they wound up winning. And Don Juan's the new
Future Legends
champion now.
Yeah.
Because Jason said it was 4-on-1 against Devin. So J-Wave and Diego, and actually I don't think Marvel got involved until after the match, but they all got involved. So Don Juan won that one.
And Marvel wrestled Fuego del Sol later on or earlier in the night, I think.
It was that was later. That was right.
I was there for that one.
Yeah. So we also had. So I guess another one Tommy missed was it was supposed to be Gutter Snake, Izzy James, which of course we remember as Too Much Metal and Unholy Gregory James against King Rob Love or just Rob Love.
Yep.
Well, Rob Love of course comes out with Stud Stash and they jump Izzy James. So what was his name again? Spartan.
Louis Spartan Ramirez.
There you go. Louis Spartan Ramirez came down. Apparently, he has some beef with Rob Love, so they turned it into a tag match. And lo and behold, Izzy James and Spartan got the win there. So that was
Rob Love lost.
Yeah, he did. So they pulled out because Rob Love said, "We'll do a tag team match, but the stipulation is whoever one of you gets pinned leaves RCW forever." So I was like, "Ooh, that's interesting." But the River City Kingdom took the loss. So that was really cool. There was also Alex Arsenal versus Eric Walker. Eric Walker is an exciting young talent at a hybrid. Alex Arsenal is also really fun. He's done pretty good. Alex Arsenal got the win on that one. Yeah, Jason. Rob Love got pinned. That was
Rob Love got pinned.
Yeah.
Wait, so that means Rob Love is gone? Is that
no? It was only for them. It was only for
okay.
Izzy James and Spartan, but because he made the stipulation.
Full disclosure, I actually ran into Stud Stash the next day. And he was telling me about it, how much fun the show was. So saw him at a trunk or treat.
Nice.
Yeah, and he said he had a good time, and he's just loving it. And he just want to get him on the show. We got to make it work. I'm trying to reach out to him, but you want to talk about a guy who is a fan of the business and just found his way into it one way or another. It's pretty awesome to see. So. But yeah, he has a blast doing it. He loves it, and definitely would love to get him on the show. So Stud Stash, if you're watching this, let's make the schedules work, my man. So
definitely.
Yeah.
So let's see. We had the Alex Arsenal defeated Eric Walker. Then we had the triple threat with Diego Rene defending the international title versus David Kidd and JC's favorite, the Thick Daddy Thoroughbred, Anthony Andrews. Again, with that consistent story of the night, Diego retained because the Treats got involved and helped him. I'm pretty sure got the pin on David Kidd. And Andrews, though, kind of pulled a dumb move because he thought him and the Treats were working together, and then the Treats kicked him out of the ring so they could get the pin on David. Yeah. Then we had the four-way tag match for the titles, which Overkill, the champions, who apparently didn't watch the show last week because they didn't try to kill me. So that's cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Versus H2EZ versus the DFW Cartel, which was Angel Camacho and Lou Gotti and the Pillars of Destiny.
Boo.
That was a whole bunch of hard-hitting action. Pillars came
So,
out
Jason, what you're saying is that this was a whole bunch of big men slapping meat. Is that what you're saying with this comment?
Big meaty men.
This was a Big E approved match, without a doubt.
Okay, for sure.
And the Pillars are like rock stars at RCW.
Oh yeah.
So they pulled off the win, and the crowd went
Wow.
crazy.
I believe it.
Because they are pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a hard hitting match. It really was. After that, we had, what did we have after that? The Phoenix Championship.
This is where I got there.
Okay, so Alejandro, the champion, defending against Emmy, both who are apparently clients of Nastico, but kind of setting up a little bit here. During the tag match, Angel Camacho, the Puerto Rican juggernaut, he started getting into some stuff with Nastico a little bit, and that confounded in this match. So again, let me repeat this, because Alejandra was threatening us, both me and Tommy, later in the show. Tommy, do you want to tell what she did to you?
She chased me. She was going to legitimately attack me.
Yes, she came up behind Tommy like a lion sneak attacking, pouncing the prey, and he had to run for his life. Not very far because it was, but
yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, I saw her coming.
But anyways, back to the match. So Nastico's trying to play both sides. He eventually, it looks like he's choosing Alejandra because he tries to screw over Emmy, and that causes Angel Camacho of the Camacho family to come out.
Yep.
And then, yeah, Tommy was there because you enjoyed what happened.
Yes.
When Angel started beating up Nastico. And,
yes.
And that distraction, along with Nastico, kind of caused Alejandra to take her eye off the ball. And Emmy caught her coming back into the ring with a pretty nice double underhook DDT. Got the win and is the new Phoenix champion, which I know also makes Mike and Luis happy, as they are big Emmy fans.
Yep.
But Alejandra, we are fans of yours. You deserve better.
Yes.
Okay? Nastico is not helping you.
That's what I was trying to explain to her. I don't dislike her. I hate Nastico.
We are big fans of you. We would never boo you.
No,
okay?
her.
Not only did you chase Tommy, you had your claws at my throat for a minute because you thought I'd boo you. I would never boo you, but you do deserve better.
He would never boo you, but he did pick Emmy to win the match.
He's the only one that did that.
Because, and remember my reasoning.
I know your reasoning, but
I picked because I thought Nastico was going to screw Alejandra. I was right in the pick, but wrong in kind of the way it happened.
I'm just shocked this title changed hands on an RCW show. That never.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, talked about that.
Yeah.
That broke a streak.
Yes. I mean, we try. Hopefully,
we
try. Then we got to the ladies match, the women's championship match.
Okay, I did see the finish of this one.
Yes,
Jasmine got screwed, straight up.
So again, in the multiverse, look,
Tommy, you can't lie to me.
I can't. I really can't. No, you're
fast
right.
Count.
You're right.
Look, so I made this sign, which originally obviously just said Jasmine as a top tier side character.
Yeah.
She edited it after the show. I showed this to Maddie first. Maddie loved it, took a picture of it. Then I showed it to Jasmine, and she did some editing, trying to take out the side character.
Just correcting your grammar. Nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So yeah.
But in the multiverse, she was kind of being a face in this match.
Yeah.
Which was interesting. So I was wearing a Maddie shirt, holding this Maddie anti-Jasmine sign, but Maddie was being very heelish and Jasmine was being face. It was kind of odd. Of course, Maddie has the cholas coming down with her. And look, again, in this multiverse, in RCW up until this point, Zendi has been a referee who had also refereed at times at Hybrid. But at Hybrid, she had her first match with Izzy, and she changed her name to Calientita.
Oh, well, that's all we need to know.
But at RCW, she was still Zendi until this match because she came down trying to protect the other ref and then hit the ref from behind
with the
and
belt, like hard.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, did she owe you money too?
I mean, you say a fast count. I don't know if she even hit the mat 3 times.
No, I was gonna say no. That wasn't even a fast count.
Like I think her hand just vibrated on the ring.
She used her fingers. That's what it was. It was like this. So
that was worse than the Montreal screw job. She was so fast with that damn.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. But she also apparently joined the Cholas afterwards. So Maddie, like a Thanos collecting Infinity Cholas.
Freaking Maddie and the Raiderettes basically is what's going on here. Yeah, Maddie's leading a team with the Raiderettes.
Yeah, she made Vance Jackson look like a good ref, and that's hard to do.
Look, can we just get Jones, Maltzberger, or Harry Wurzbach to work like a title?
No, there is. Harry Wurzbach is another ref.
Okay, well, yeah, something like that, or Louis Pasteur or something. We just,
look, I need a Marbach ref with the right haircut, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you teach those kids.
So I would love to see that. I mean,
yeah.
Hell, honestly, give me a referee named Roosevelt for crying out loud. Southsider. What?
No, but
just what you said.
But that also being said, Jasmine and Maddie, they talked about they used to face each other a lot when they first started because they both started around the same time. Mm-hmm. We really hope that this is a match that continues on a national stage down the road.
Interesting theory, Jason.
Wow. Jason, tell her that tomorrow night. Tell her that tomorrow night.
Shiznit!
I just get jealous.
Look,
yeah, that is definitely it. Because maybe you just need a little bit more training there, just a little bit more. So, yeah, it's just I don't care how much your high school friends show up and start screaming and cheering for you. You got a lot of work to do. So, just throwing that out there. Yeah. Back off.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not say that much, Callie.
I did. I'll own it.
I am going to bring 100 Izzy signs tomorrow night to see if you can actually rip up all of them because you said you would rip them off and you threatened to beat me up, which I understand. But yeah, but Maddie and Jasmine, they really put on a hell of a match.
Yeah.
And then the main event for the title, which was Khan versus.
You skipped Marvel versus Fuego del Sol. How did that one?
You're right. I did. Well, again, the treats helped. So Fuego's awesome. Pulled off a bunch of his aerial moves and stuff, but they ripped the mask off of him, which is kind of what led to the finish. And Marvel got the win again because J-Wave and the treats helped him out.
Yep.
But after that, they talked about how J-Wave said they're not just brothers, they're not just a group, they're a family.
Yep.
The best family in Texas.
And then
behind them on the Tron, they showed the Von Erichs, who will be at Iron Claw in November.
Nice.
So yeah.
So Khan retained, correct? Let me make sure.
Bo Amir did. It was a very methodical beatdown for a long time, but he was doing a lot of posing, and they kept him and Nastigo talking about how dominating he is. But we were like, then pin him.
Yeah,
you're beating him up, but you're not actually pinning him.
Yeah,
and then Khan
couldn't help but notice that.
Khan got the comeback and put him down. So
yeah,
it was a hell of a show.
And Khan's just been having a hell of a year. So yeah.
Well, how did our pick results go? Well, Brian said it already. He went 0-9 on this one.
0-10 technically.
I went 4-5, and Mike, you and Tommy both went 5-4. Congratulations, guys. So, yeah,
not bad. Again, and I will say this: Brandon books where you don't know what's coming most of the time. It is hard to pick his shows because he does not mind making the person like a swerve. Like, he doesn't mind making the baby face take a horrible loss.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind throwing upsets in there. It's pretty interesting.
It's something that I've always liked about his booking. Is that it's you just don't know where it's going to go, what he has on his mind. Like, he could swerve, you're like, is this really going to be the big storyline? But no, there's more to it.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't think there was any way Devin was losing in his first defense.
Yeah,
me neither.
So
but
I was like,
all
right.
yeah, it's remarkable. I mean, I even think back to Alyssa Flash winning the title off of Spectre, and then having to do it again when the whole time limit thing. But it was a great way to set up a rematch of that. It was just remarkable. His booking style is great. But he said when we interviewed him years ago, like, hey, what's your favorite show? And he always says it's my next one. It's the one I just booked. He's always thinking ahead, planning ahead, and there's a reason RCW has been around as long as it has. So, congrats, Brandon, on that, on a great show. Now, WrestleCast ratings. Mike, do you want to start this one off? What rating do you going to give RCW Forever?
RCW was also a really solid show. They're right up there. I'm going to go 4.75. Solid all the way across the course. Always fun. We don't sit next to Tommy usually at these shows, so that might take a little bit out of it. That's just us because we don't coordinate like that for these shows. But
Tommy, do you have a rating for this show?
Yeah, I'll go 4.75 as well. Yeah, it was a really great show. But Jasmine as a face, that was weird.
It was
weird. Now, I did want to point out this. It's a weird thing to point out, but I thought it was really cool. Maddie's entrance gear, I thought was like super cool. She, Mike, what I thought about when the second she came out. I thought her and Toni Storm would make a great tag team.
Yeah, they would.
Like immediately, like I felt like their gear alone would make them a great tag team.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
Goes without saying, of course, RCW 4.75. Easy math there, right? So, their next event, you mentioned it, RCW Iron Claw, November 12th, Veterans Day weekend. Hybrid Experience is this Friday. BOW, November 4th. And Mission Pro, Silver Bells, December 9th.
Nice.
Is what is on the horizon here. So,
and then there are a ton of shows in between around that time. I don't know if in case you didn't know, New Japan is in Dallas on the 10th. VIP has a show December 15th, I believe. That I actually am considering trying to go and make that. And then Collision will be in San Antonio, and I think and Ring of Honor is going to be Ring of Honor is the 15th, I believe. Oh wait,
wow.
And,
I was looking that up.
In
You
Dallas,
mentioned it,
yeah.
You mentioned it, AW Collision is going to be December 23rd, which is the Saturday before Christmas. Excuse me. And it's not in the Freeman. It's in the Frost Bank Center, formerly the AT&T Center.
I was going to ask, was the name change the reason they can probably do that now?
I don't know. As far as I know, the contract is always exclusive with WWE unless that is not something they renewed. WWE was just here actually the same weekend, this past Friday for SmackDown. So, and want to mention this too. Sunday they were in Laredo for a house show. Roxanne teamed with Raquel Gonzalez in her hometown. So pretty. And she shared a message on her Instagram like years ago. I wanted to get there one day, like wrestle. She shared a picture of her view watching that show from where she was in the stands. Yeah. And now she's there in front of her hometown, which was remarkable. But I'm shocked by it. I don't know if it's a matter of maybe the venue doesn't do exclusive contracts anymore. Who knows? It's where you got to make money, right? The county needs to make money somehow. I can't think of anything happening that weekend at Freeman, so it may just be that AEW's got the money to rent it, and WWE really can't say.
Well, there had been some talk about when there was some stuff about how some of their shows have had low attendance. It cost them. It would almost cost them too much money to get out of those contracts to go to smaller buildings, like what they'd have to pay to break that initial contract, deposit or whatever. So I don't know, but it should be fun. We're all
Well,
hoping to go.
I do know they've been doing more ticket deals now, and of course, everyone once again has been looking at that as a negative. Like no wrestling company has ever done that before. But if I feel like if San Antonio fans, which we can show out, if we do, we could make that space. I mean, maybe not fill to the tippy top, but we could make it feel pretty loud in there.
I mean, I think I saw a report. We packed 14,000 plus in the Prospect Center for SmackDown, which is, I believe, the highest attended TV show of the year, or at least in recent months, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I saw something like that. Yeah.
So
we show up for wrestling. It didn't surprise me to see that number. And, I think with the shows we've had at the Freeman, we pretty much sold out every ticket that was available. And the only tickets that weren't really available was either behind the entrance, or it was in the area they have marked up for hard cam and TV production and all that stuff. So I have no doubt with that being the weekend that they're doing it, there's a very, very good chance people will be able to attend the show and buy tickets for that. So,
but and what I was saying is the weekend. Damn it! I just checked. The weekend before that is Final Battle, and then the weekend before that is VIP. And I actually commented on freaking Luke Gotti. So I said, "Are you going to make me drive to Dallas 2 weekends in a row?" And he replied, "Yes." And I was like, I replied, "Let me check my schedule because I this might be the most I've been to Dallas in a single year in my entire life, because I was just there for a wedding. Damn it! I don't get an Emerald for free. I was just there for a wedding. I plan to go to New Japan as soon as I can get tickets. Make sure I can go for that. And now that's like 2 shows back to back that are going to be like amazing. That are going to be 4 hours up the road, and I already know where I can stay. Thanks, big brother.
Jason mentions here ROH taping is also on the 23rd. Are they doing that at Collision?
They do that, I think, before Collision airs. I think you remember how they kind of like they used to do Dark and Elevation.
Yeah.
That's how they do it there.
Okay, interesting.
And I think the week after that is a pay-per-view, right? World's End, AEW. I think they just announced that.
I'll check that. So. Well, while he's checking it, last thing we want to talk about was Bound for Glory. Now, full disclosure, we haven't gotten to watch the event yet. I do plan to check it out because from what I've seen results-wise, this was a very, very interesting show.
Maybe we should just wait till next week if we get a chance to see it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Tommy.
World's End is in Uniondale, New York, but it's the last pay-per-view of the year for AEW.
Yeah.
Okay. But about Bound for Glory, if we save it till next week, cool. But I do want to say shout out to the clip of Will Ospreay absolutely elbowing the living crap out of Mike Bailey with that hidden blade. I don't know if you guys have seen that clip alone. That alone makes me want to see the match, because I think if you guys haven't seen it, Bailey's going in for a kick, and Ospreay out of nowhere just charges in and completely destroys his face with a hidden blade. And I'm just like, okay, he kept walking after that. Okay, cool. This must have been a good match.
I'll quickly go over the results there, and we'll try to watch the show and talk more about it. MK Ultra defeated Deonna Purrazzo and Tasha Steelz. Chris Sabin defeated Kenta to hang on to the X Division Championship. And what did I say? PCO sometimes just has no business winning matches that he does, but man, he does. He wins the Monsters Ball. Chris Bay, Ace Austin, their successful cash-in of the Feast or Fired, win the tag titles from the Rascals. Ospreay defeats Mike Bailey. Tom, you called it. Jordan Grace wins. Call your shot.
I could not believe I was right. I could not believe it.
And did you see who she eliminated last?
Was it Bully Ray?
It was Bully Ray.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Trini defeats Mickey James, and Alex Shelley defeats Josh Alexander, where I thought this was going to be the Motor City Machine Guns losing their titles. They ended up retaining, so I'm interested to see where this goes.
And then with the announcement after the show, now I know why.
Yes, that is the thing. Starting in January 2024, TNA Wrestling is back. They are dropping the Impact Wrestling brand that Bischoff brought. and it is going back to being called TNA Wrestling,
Did
logo and all. So
I don't know how true this is, but this is one rumor that I want to laugh at because I hope it's true and I hope it doesn't happen. Did you guys hear that Vince Russo's trying to get back in with them now?
No.
I
have
have
not
heard
that, but whoever Anthem, no, just no,
Yeah.
stay out of
I
it.
think Scott D'Amore is smarter than that.
Yeah, I
I know
hope so.
I know he is. That's why they're back to TNA now. I do want to point out like two things from the show that are hilarious to me. One, Bully Ray seems to be entering his Minoru Suzuki phase of his career, where he not only puts over younger talent but women too, and just gets beat up and doesn't care because he's proved everything. Another, God forbid, I hope this day is decades from now, but the day PCO passes away, no one's going to believe it. No one's going to believe it. It's like he like it was something that it was this old age bullshit. I don't believe it. I don't care. I saw that man throw himself off of every conceivable height that even Sting said, yeah, I'm not jumping off of that. PCO said, no, I'll do a senton off of it. What's the worst that can happen? And no. So
I guarantee a month after PCO passes, he's going to be booked in another Monsters Ball and still find a way to win. So
they'll wheel his casket out.
Yeah.
No way.
Somebody.
And you know why it's gonna happen? It's in his will. It's like, why did you guys dig him up? He like he signed it. Like, holy crap, that is a signature.
Now, I do want to take a moment to share this because my daughter wanted to make sure that I did share this right here. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment. Countdown City Geeks. She wants me to make sure I do show the sign. So, yeah. And she's going to go back and watch the show. So
she's better at this than we are.
Yeah, I guess.
Not that hard, though.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Now, it is time for our 1 minute warning segment here. Mike, do you have something this week? I know we kind of run a little longer. Okay.
I'm done. I'm good.
Tommy, do you have anything?
Nah, the Angel Blue thing just kind of was everything. I can't possibly say anything else after all that.
That was like 45 minutes of bliss for him. I mean, what more can he ask for?
Yeah, it's true.
I got
It's hard to top that.
entire 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Barrett Brown.
It was entertaining. Hey, it was good to see Barrett Brown. Thanks for
coming. I didn't even know he knew when the show was on.
Oh, I'm sure Angel sent him a text.
I guess.
Yeah. But I do want to quickly. I do have a short 1 minute warning, and it was just as a father, as a fan of wrestling. I'm proud of my kids. I really am, and they have been after that show. It was all they talked about on Sunday. They went to a birthday party on Sunday and telling their friends about it, how much fun that they had. And my son, he loves to like build little robotic things, build Legos. He draws his own comic strips. Like that's what he's into right now. He spent a good amount of time the day after MPW making his own sign that he will use at the next show. Nice. On one side, he wrote "boo," decorated. The other side wrote "yay." So he's able to flip it and everything like that. He's gonna be bringing it to the next show.
Be careful who he shows it to. There are some notorious sign rippers.
Yes, for sure. But I love it. As long as he keeps the language clean, I have no problem with him going nuts. And I'm very, very proud of my kids and how much fun they had, really cool. And just them just coming out of their shells and just having a good time. So,
it's awesome.
Just tell them, don't forget Jasmine, Sasha Banks, the little girl who's always there, who has a leg brace. He had to go control afterwards.
And then those other kids who always bring the yay.
Yeah, they're all
they have to keep. They've had to remake those at least probably 5 times.
Yeah, because they get ripped at hybrid too. So
I might help him remake it on foam board so they can't rip it.
Do that'd be fun to watch them try.
Oh, there's that one Bailey clip where someone did that or put duct tape on it. And she's like, ugh, and she's probably playing along too, but like she can't rip. She's like, fine. Throws it back.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us on this week's episode. And I apologize if it's run longer than we expected, but when you have a megastar like Angel Blue on, and it's very just honestly personal level, and I said this to her, I'm excited to see her back in the ring. Much deserved. Known her personally for years, so I've known what she's gone through, and I'm very, very proud of her. So
I'd be happier for her if she wasn't such a jerk.
Next week, we will preview WWE Crown Jewel and discuss the PWI Women's 250.
And talk about Bound for Glory.
We get a chance to watch. Yeah, we'll spend some time discussing it because it is the biggest event and for Impact's calendar. And let's be honest here. Like, I mean, so how is it going to turn around to TNA? We got a few months left in the year. How are they going to make the transition? And yep, starting in January, it's going to be TNA again, and I'm definitely excited to see that. So,
Yep.
Also, guys, check our socials in the morning because we got another interview that we got me and Tommy yesterday, and I think you're gonna like
Yes.
this one.
Should
So
we
keep
say
an
who it
eye-
is? Should we say who it
Oh,
is?
you want to do it now?
We
Okay.
want to.
Yeah, I was planning to say it now.
Okay. Do you have the
I don't-
graphic?
I don't have the graphic for me, but it'll be posted in the morning. But
Okay.
Mike and Tommy, you guys had an interview with. Go for it.
The main character, Miss Reality, Maddie Renkowski.
Finally on the WrestleCast,
Yes.
Maddie Rankowski. That interview will be posted tomorrow at noon, I believe, is when we have it set. Yeah, so shout out again to Steady for working on the editing there. But yeah, we'll have some social media posts going out soon in the morning, and at noon it will make its way onto our YouTube channel, County City Geeks. I think Facebook as well. I'm not sure.
I believe so.
Probably on Facebook.
So,
yeah.
County City Geeks Facebook. So. Yeah.
Yes, Jason, 100%.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody,
No,
once again for joining us. Over here, we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
Special shout out again to Angel Blue. And as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are
fake.
Reach
Boom.
for the sky, boy.
See you next week.
Adios,
Happy
people.
Halloween, everybody. Be safe.